So we are lucky enough, as I mentioned at the beginning today, to have you as one of our subject matter expert coaches at the Range of Motion Athlete Camp coming up in September 2019. I know we'll be covering a lot of what you've just spoken about. Paint me a picture of the sort of thing that the attendees can expect to take away from the 4 modules you're running and the sort of work they'll be expecting to do with you during the camp itself.
Yeah, so like you said before, starting with your core work and then transferring onto your pulling, pushing, and muscle ups. Hopefully what I'll be able to do is paint a bit of a story. So starting with the basics with the core, that's usually one of the hardest modules, especially on the gymnastics weekend. And then learning those skills and then trying to then transfer them over into everything we do. So hopefully by developing their coach's eye a little bit and their athlete eye and starting to understand a little bit more about how their body works, they'll be able to then transfer, your hollow and your arch stuff into things like handstands and pull-ups and toes to bar and muscle-ups and starting to understand a little bit more about how the human body moves. It's basically how it's going to go.
Great. If there's someone attending and they're nowhere near getting a muscle up, so maybe they're still working on scaling options for a pull-up, let alone getting to the point where they can do full muscle-ups, is there going to be something for them there?
Absolutely. So one of the biggest things that I find from the CrossFit Gymnastics weekend is, yes, it's very humbling, but more often than not, it lights the fire within people to start working on it, rather than just seeing a strict pull-up as something they can never get because they've been stuck on the same band forever and they're just not getting anywhere with it. They'll start to see regressions that they can use to then hopefully move them closer towards their goal. There's going to be some steps in place rather than it just seeming like a goal that's just so far off that they'll never understand.